That's right. It's war.
Wartime in the crypto world right now.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's it. That's it.
That's right. You can feel the war drums sounding, crypto falling because Elon and his devils are attacking the crypto space, driving the price down. Everyone.
His crypto disciples.
That's right. Everyone is attacking.
It's been a week.
Yeah, and you can hear it.
Humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
What?
One day.
And
One day.
A microsecond. Whoop, like that.
Oh, Lord.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are fucking morons.
What?
Retarded. Imbeciles. That's just it. Some of you in this room fall into that category.
Yeah, yep.
If you knew who was really behind Bitcoin,
a doctor here.
Yeah.
really behind Bitcoin,
fucking idiot. Yeah.
you would run as fast as you fucking could to sell it.
Whoa.
I know.
He knows.
100%. You know who's behind Bitcoin?
Yeah, tell us.
Putin.
Putin.
Wait, back that up. Let's play it
It's
again.
a Rus- You know who's behind Bitcoin? Putin. It's a Ruski conspiracy to fuck up the American economy and the world.
Whoa.
It's a long-range plan he started 7-8 years ago. He's going to see the demise of the Western financial world while he's still the head of Russia. And he's already hacked into the brains of all the morons. You, YouTubers.
People seeing that man in that sweater is going to ruin the world.
The sweater definitely adds to the
I mean, that's all I was staring at.
it spoke to me as a,
It told me to sell all my crypto
as a
immediately.
YouTuber.
I mean, whoa. I gotta take my hat
man.
off.
I had no idea.
Just take your hat off. Speaking of hats, Tim
I got my new Cardano hat.
has his swag level on a new level. That's what the new kids call drip these days.
Drip?
Drip.
Wow. I must be woke with my drip.
That's it.
I didn't know that Vladimir Putin was destroying our economy with Bitcoin. That is so dastardly.
Learn something new every day.
I know.
According to YouTube and TikTok videos that make us wonder who's behind Bitcoin.
That was really sneaky that he did that. Just
biggest conspiracy
I know.
of 2021.
After hacking the 2016 elections, now this.
Yeah.
Man, of course, the 2016 election thing turned out to be totally false.
Right.
So there's that. I don't know. Maybe this Bitcoin thing will turn out to be false. This is the funny thing, though. How do you even prove that?
You can't. There's no way. There's no way because you can't hack it. You can't, there's no, help me out here, Tim. There's no kickback from it. There's no,
I kind of don't buy it.
I don't either.
I kind of don't buy it.
I think he's full of shit. I think he's just sad because people are investing their money into something that he doesn't have any control over.
But look at his sweater. I mean, how could a man like this be wrong?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. He looks like the real deal to me. I feel a little intimidated. He's so passionate about his subject. I just don't know. I just noticed that our comments window is gone.
Well, we need to fix that for sure.
I know, because I want to see the comments.
I think it's down on the bottom right over here.
Where?
Down on the bottom.
Oh, there it
over
is.
here.
Okay, yeah. There we go. It's restored.
Awesome.
I hope he's watching because I really want to hear. I would love to bring him on the show.
Somebody
What's his
can reach
name?
out to him.
Dan Pena.
And if
Is
he
his
can,
name.
if he's able to make it to the Warrior Healing Center somehow, under one condition, he has to wear the fucking sweater. He has to wear it.
That
If
would
not,
be ideal.
I don't think I could take him serious.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, as everyone can tell, we're having fun with this latest downturn. It's been interesting to watch just the non-stop flow of FUD. And you can see what it's doing. This is where we're at crypto-wise on the prices and dominance.
A lot of red.
Yeah, lots of red. And what this relates to is President Trump hit at Bitcoin yesterday and said that it's a scam. Wow. He prefers the dollar. Not that that's a scam. You know,
Yeah, right.
the dollar has lost like 99% of its value against Bitcoin over the last.
And they're still cranking out money like it's going out of style,
Right.
or like it's gonna go somewhere. Well, it already has.
Yeah.
You know, it already has.
This is what doesn't make any sense to us anyway. Is why the dollar is somehow preferable when it's being constantly deflated. If we look at the historic value of the dollar against something constant like gold, I mean, why would you even think for 1 second that the dollar is that's a hard to read chart. Where's my...
We're going to work up a better chart for you guys
Yeah.
to check out real quick while he's doing that. Sorry for the delay. We've been busy today.
Yeah, right?
There we go. That should be... Nope.
So let's take a look at this. This is an inflation calculator. So since 1913, something that cost $1 in 1913 costs $26 today. That's a cumulative rate of inflation of 2,597%.
Whoa.
Now tell me.
That's the quickest pace we've been at in a long time. I think there was a date below there. What was the date below there? Since 2008.
Yeah, this is just what's happening these days.
Right.
4.2% inflation on all items, and there's your energy cost. But let's just take since the year I was born. Does that seem like a scam to you?
Yeah. Just for shits and giggles, let's do 1985. That's still hard to believe.
Right.
148.2%.
So when my grandma told me to save money, you know, when I was 15 years old, look, I mean,
That seems a little low, honestly, because I remember things that were $1 back when I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
and now the price is just like $5 or $6.
Well, yeah, because everything that's made has a cumulative inflation factor, right?
Right.
So all the substrate costs that go along with it get compiled into textile products. But these are just talking about simple, you know, single component items whenever you talk about this.
Right.
But that's the key piece, is to think about the fact that, you know, something simple like a stick of bubble gum going at that rate, that means you're losing every dollar that you put in a savings account or a stick in your mattress or whatever else is losing value at an alarming rate. Because if we just say going from 2000, I mean, that right there is kind of alarming.
Yes, very alarming.
So which one's the scam? Because if you take that example, Vice. Now this is just over the course of a day. If we take this back to 2015, okay, all the gray ones didn't even exist in 2015. But look at how much the value has gone up for Bitcoin. 13,000%.
We can just round that up and say 14 because, I mean...
Yeah. And then let's do that here in 2015. So the value of your dollar has gone down 13% since 2015. And the value of your Bitcoin has gone up 13,000%. Well, if this is a Russian scam,
And these are just, we want to remind you that these numbers on the screen are with the market being as down as it is.
Yeah.
When it was at 50, or what was it at? It was at 46,000. What was it at? That's the highest point?
60.
60.
62.
Okay,
was the
imagine
high,
62.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,000. I mean, that
This
just
is
tells
as it
you-
is right now.
That's just as it is right now. Imagine if it would have been, at the 60,000 range. It would have
Yeah.
been up, I don't even
A
know.
month and a half ago.
Yeah, that's
So
insane.
as down as it is, which one is the scam? You had to put $1.13 away in order for it to equal a dollar today, back in 2015. Whereas if you bought $1 worth of Bitcoin in 2015, it would be worth $13,864 today.
You're better just putting your savings into cryptocurrency.
Which one's the scam?
Yeah, right?
And I'm sorry, the Russians did what now? I'm like,
If it is Putin that's behind it, then he just did the United States the biggest favor
yeah,
he possibly could have.
I don't
in my
understand how that's a Russian. I mean, the dollar was doing this to itself since, what year was it again? 1913? And then changed this to 1970. It wasn't exactly going up. I mean, Bitcoin wasn't invented until 2009. The dollar lost 2,000% of its value before Bitcoin was even invented. So how is this a Russian scam?
And how's this guy talking down and calling us stupid when I'm sitting next to one of the smartest men I know?
I paid him to say that.
No,
Full disclosure.
I have mild sponsorship. But no, seriously.
Well, you don't have to be that smart to do the homework, right? I mean, it's like between 1913 and 2009, the dollar lost a massive amount of value. $1, you had to put away $21 in 1913 for it to equal $1 in value in 2009.
So
It's got a leak, dude. It's got a hole in it. Your boat has a hole in it.
So as this guy said, as us idiots, meaning me and Tim, according to this guy, Don,
Yeah.
if we're able to figure that out in not even half an hour of coming on a live stream with doing no homework, absolutely zero, and figure this out, who's the real idiot here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know this guy personally, but what he's saying doesn't make any sense to me,
Yeah.
honestly.
And now when you look at where is it going, is it getting better or is it getting worse?
I want to see what he's invested in. We're going to start a whole Don Perna
Expose.
and I don't know. We're just
Yeah.
going to start making memes about him.
Yeah. Inflation is beginning to skyrocket. I mean, look at the headlines here.
Look at the energy increase. I mean, I can understand that maybe because of Bitcoin in some sense, but still, energy is ridiculous. Like everything's gone so out of proportion. Like the electricity bills. And
we'll read what it says here. Let's continue reading. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, help students can succeed. Thank you. I think I will. Okay, so American consumers paid more for a broad range of goods and services last month, highlighted by used car and truck prices, which soared 10%.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. If the dollar is such a good deal, what's going on with used? We're not talking new car. It's not like saying that car and truck prices cost more to make. That's not what we're talking about. Okay? We're talking about used car and truck prices. So the inflation is happening on already manufactured items, which means they're preferred over new cars and trucks, which are costing way more to make. That's the key to that piece of information.
Which means nobody can, in dummy terms, nobody can afford a new car today.
Right.
Basically.
In a bit of relief, the cost of energy retreated. That was good news, because between January and March, remember gas prices just went straight up to like $3 a gallon, and in California, like $5 a gallon. Compared to a year ago when parts of the U.S. economy were in the earlier stages of pandemic-caused shutdowns, pricing hikes look more striking. Gasoline prices jumped nearly 50% year over year. In the headline monthly figure, U.S. consumer prices advanced 0.8% in April, the largest monthly gain since June 2009, after rising 0.6% in March. The Labor Department said in its monthly report on the Consumer Price Index, CPI. So the CPI is what everybody uses to measure the overall. It keeps doing that every time I switch the screen. But I like it.
You can mute the sound effects, probably.
Yeah, we could do that. There you go. But the CPI is what gets factored into all kinds of government data. It tells us all kinds of stuff that we need to know. But when it's going up, guess what's happening? Inflation is coming. So when April goes up 0.8%, you add up all the months together to get the annual rate, all 12 months. And when April is going up, that's leading into the summer. And the summer is when the vast majority of economic activity happens in the consumer sector. Mm-hmm. So if April is 0.8, look out, because your summer months may go over 1%, which means you could get into, double-digit annual figures, which could indicate hyperinflation is on the way, which the whole dollar is the best thing to use and it's not a scam. That's not exactly the best argument for that. Right. In major consumer pricing categories, prices at the pump declined 1.4%. We talked about that. The broader index for energy, which combines items like gasoline, electricity, and fuel oil, dipped 0.1% from an increase of 5% in March. Energy prices increased 25.1% in the past 12 months. That's not a good sign, because energy is the thing that touches all other sectors of the consumer society and the manufacturing portion of the economy. So they keep an eye on that.
Airlines and everything.
Mm-hmm. Prices for food rose 0.4% last month after rising 0.1% previously, and prices increased 2.4% year over year. That will go up. Excluding the more volatile food and energy components, core consumer prices jumped 0.9% in April, the biggest monthly gain since April 1982. Gah! 1982. Man. Remember 1982? That was coming out of the 1970s inflation. So this is disturbing.
That's shocking.
Shelter or housing costs for the month rose 0.4% from 0.3%. They increased 2.1% from a year ago. And the cost of healthcare was up 1.5% year over year. And inflation in the United States soared 4.2% in the 12 months ended April, the largest increase since the annual period ended September 2008 and compared to 2.6% previously. So 2.6% versus 4.2%.
And I don't know about you, Tim, but I'm definitely not seeing any of this in the news lately.
Well,
I'm not seeing any of this on YouTube. I'm not seeing that rich guy talk about.
Don's not reporting on
he's
that?
No.
He's not
little Don in his
railing
sweater.
about that
No.
in his Christmas sweater?
No, he's not calling a bunch of Americans a bunch of idiots because they keep believing the dollar is, backed by gold.
Trump wasn't asked about that on Fox News Business?
No, sir.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell everybody, but that's the reality that we're facing right now. And guess what? Cryptocurrency is an important part of addressing these issues because Bitcoin is inherently deflationary. That's the key. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, okay? The program is written, the code is set. It is the only asset in the world, the only asset class that has that feature. Gold, they can always mine more gold. When the price goes up, it makes it more lucrative for people to go out and mine deeper, farther out, underwater, or find an asteroid out in space that's made of gold. There's more gold out there in the solar system. There's more gold out there in the galaxy. We just haven't gone out there to find it yet.
They're trying to.
Yeah, they're trying to.
They really are.
And there's more gold under the ocean. There's more gold even deeper down in the mines that we've already mined. The amount of gold is finite, but it's not fixed. And that's important. Same thing with petroleum. Remember where they used to talk about peak oil was going to happen in the 2000s? But then what happened? They developed new technologies like fracking so they could go into old oil drill or into shale mines and get oil from these old areas. And all of a sudden, fracking was the number one source of oil, and America became a net oil exporter rather than a net oil importer because the amount of petroleum is finite but not fixed. It's the same thing with every other asset class, especially the dollar.
Right.
What's happening when there's not enough money to pay America's debt? The debt load for America keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. America has to generate $6 trillion worth of debt in order to produce less than $1 trillion of GDP. So what do? Fed goes brr and prints out more dollars because the amount of dollars is finite, not fixed. And that inflates all the things that we just talked about. Bitcoin, on the other hand, can never, ever, ever be inflated. The amount of Bitcoin is fixed. 21 million, there you go. 18 million have already been produced. From 2009 until today, 18 million have been produced. They're already out there. For the next 145 years, the remaining 3 million will be mined. Okay, what does that tell you about how rare the remaining ones will be? Mm-hmm. There are over 55 million millionaires in the world, but only 21 million Bitcoin. So think about how valuable a Bitcoin is. When there are 55 million millionaires in the world and only 21 million Bitcoin, that means there's not even enough Bitcoin for one Bitcoin per millionaire in the world. Okay? So this asset class is still maturing. The best analogy I've heard is we're still on the second pitch in the first inning of this baseball game. This thing is still getting started. And when it actually matures and you get all these financial institutions working with this, for example, I recently heard quoted there are 55,000 financial institutions that invest in asset classes. Only 35 of them have Bitcoin on their ledgers.
Mm-hmm.
When that number becomes 55,000, which it will, imagine what that will do to the price.
Skyrocket.
The time is now to think about investing in this asset class, because you don't even have to buy an entire Bitcoin. Right now, 0.01 Bitcoin will cost you like $350 at today's depressed prices. But that 0.01 Bitcoin 10 years from now, when all those financial institutions are invested and the asset class has matured, will be worth so much more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now's the time to look at it. Now's the time to think about it. And don't get caught up in these momentary drops and all these Thuddites out there going, oh, it's Putin, it's the devil, foosballs of the devil. Don't listen to these people. They don't know what they're talking about. It's the same thing as when the internet came out and they were like, it's going to have the economic impact of the fax machine.
Yeah. You look at it now. We're live streaming over it.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you guys this.
And it's changing the world, baby. Changing the world.
Yes, sir.
So,
Got some interesting news. El Salvador has legally called Bitcoin legal tender.
That's right.
Can you tell everybody about that? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? How do you think more will follow?
Yeah, it's the first of many. Now, some people will tell you that, again, this is all a scam, that they're doing this, to cover up crimes, or they're doing this for whatever reason and all that stuff. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter why they're doing this or why they think they're doing this. 2 United States senators tweeted about this after the announcement, saying that they believe the United States should do the same thing. And here's why. They believe the United States should do the same thing because... Whoa. I got the wrong... I need to go back one. Because they believe this is a human rights violation. They believe that having a federal currency that takes away from its people, that you do a job that pays you, that gives you only one currency, only one legal tender that you can take for it, that inherently loses value the minute it hits your pocket, is stealing from you. And they say it's an inherent human right to be paid in a currency that doesn't immediately get devalued as soon as it hits your pocket. So what's happening in El Salvador is causing a conversation in America and other places saying, hey, yeah, why not have choices available to people as to what legal tender they use for the money they get paid for their job, so they can pick for themselves what's best. Because it's not right that they only have one to pick from, and the one they pick immediately starts losing value as soon as it hits their pocket. Because that takes away their freedom. It takes away the value of their work. You bust your ass for that paycheck, and as soon as you get paid what you're owed, they're taking away the value.
Taking it away.
Without you even knowing about it. I mean, think about it. This number here is something you probably have never thought about. You've never thought about the fact that your dollar, the dollar you earned when you started work, when did you enlist in the Air Force?
2006.
All right. You probably never thought about that first paycheck, you lost 32% of the value of that investment or of that paycheck
Since then, wow.
since you got it. And you will continue to lose
Yeah, it
every
doesn't seem to.
day.
It just keeps going. It just keeps going. All bad.
Yeah.
All bad.
And the
Each
more
year.
they print,
The higher you'll see that inflation percentage,
right.
without a doubt.
Yeah. And let's think about the people who are, more contemporary, right? So from, let's take it from like 2012. 16%.
That's when I got out of the Air Force.
Okay. When you got out of the Air Force,
Still insane.
your last paycheck
Yeah.
lost 16% of
Which
its
I was getting
value.
paid more, but technically losing. I mean, just losing more at the same time.
Right. Something to think about, folks. Had you been paid in Bitcoin since, what did we say, 2012?
Yes, sir.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I think it already went. 13. No, 13,892.
Well, that was the same number. Yeah, it didn't change.
It didn't change it. There it is.
No, it didn't change again. Maybe it doesn't go back that far.
Maybe not.
Let's try it. 2013. There we go. 29,000% gain. I'm not saying, but I'm not saying
Right.
that you'd rather have a 29,000% gain instead of a 16% loss.
But we're the dumb ones, remember?
Yeah. I don't know anything. I'm
Putin's
just
behind it. Blame the Russians. You guys are a bunch of idiots. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm just an offensive tackle. I don't know nothing.
No.
If it was not for football, I would not be playing football today.
With your brain injury helmet on?
Yeah, right? Brain damage. Brain damage. Anyway, just something to think about. Again, this is not financial advice, although
Is it?
think about it, won't you?
What do we know? We're just we're just a couple Air Force veterans that just like BSing with you guys every week, twice a week,
Yeah.
Don't listen to us.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I think 29,000% is better than negative 16%.
And you're talking to a dude that has some of the worst financial practices as a young guy, honestly. I'm super blessed now, but I probably spent.
I was in the military 25 years.
I
didn't have any money.
I spent so much of my earned money on alcohol that
I respect that.
I think everybody in the military has been there once before, some not, but I mean.
But hey, we're working to change that. We're studying. We're working hard so you don't have to.
Right. Or we're not. We're just working so everybody can just earn a little extra cash.
That's right.
I mean, over the long term, obviously.
As much or as little as you want to try it with, that's up to you guys. We're just trying to throw some thought-provoking stuff out there to give you a place to start and learn.
Spend a little money to make a little money.
Yeah, sounds good. But that's not all.
It's better than putting it in the. I mean, what am I going to do? Put it in the savings account? Why would I do that?
Yeah, because you
Why would
get
I save
0%, half a percent,
and it loses value
yeah,
each year.
yeah.
Like we're talking like just do 2020 to 2021. I'm guessing it's going to be at least 1 almost 2%. 1%.
No.
3.2. Okay, I was way off.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be less, but it's even higher.
Yeah, I mean, 3.2%. That adds up.
And imagine 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just going to get worse and worse. I mean,
that Federal Reserve dude, I don't know the name of him. I saw a video.
Jerome Powell?
There we go. I saw a video of him today. That dude is probably like God right now.
bought and paid for,
that's
baby.
it. Even the presidents are like, hey, dude, you got any fresh hundos laying around? I need, what? And he's just like, sure, bro. Let me go over here. Here, I got you. Shh, it's cool. Like, yeah. Oh, Lord. There it is.
No, I just didn't.
There it is.
No,
Kathy,
I just didn't. Sorry.
You're watching?
Sorry. But
We are
Jerome
not-
Powell,
Yeah.
give me some hondos.
Yeah, I'll do like this on the Bitcoin logo.
Yeah, right? No.
Just give me Bitcoin, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want your dollars.
That. He won't do that.
We need to sit down and, well, actually he can buy the booze. He can afford it, but, we need to
Not
have
for long he can't. He's using dollars.
Yeah. What's the backup plan? Like, are we going to just start printing out pounds next or euros? Even the Chinese yen is worth more than, even the yen is it over the dollar now? I know back when I was in the military, the yen was worth more than a dollar technically.
I don't know. We can look up the...
It was like 150 to 1 when I went to Japan. I mean, and it was over $2 in England. $2 equaled one. Over $2 and some change equaled a dollar.
Yeah, they're all
pound,
tied,
I'm sorry.
To the dollar these days. So you can kind of see here.
So 170 then is $1.70 is okay. Wow, it's gone down.
Yeah.
So 82 euro.
Is it this way?
Yeah, there we go. 1.24, 1.21. It was a lot higher back in my Air Force days when I was stationed in England, but it's still higher.
Yeah.
It's still super concerning.
It doesn't matter. They're all fiat currencies. They're all playing the same reindeer games. It isn't going to matter. Saying that the dollar is better or worse, all the central banks are playing the same games. They're all doing the same magic money tree economics. I'm sorry, President Trump. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. Jerome Powell, you're just wrong. All you magic money tree, or, we call it magic money tree. MMT, modern monetary theory.
And most of the people that are saying these things, keep in mind, people, they're all millionaires already.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do. They don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck or, being a single mom of 3 or,
They're just helping out their other...
paying off your college tuition. It's already...
They're helping out their other rich buddies.
Yeah, they're just trying to manipulate you to believe them because, guess what? Oh, you already see them in the Bentleys. You already see them, doing this, that, and the other thing, or whatever the case may be on his golf course, chilling.
And ripping off the American people, they don't bat an eyelash.
No, they don't care.
They don't care. They just want to help out their rich buddies and keep
They
the
just want
system
more.
going.
They just want more money in their pockets.
Yep.
Greedy.
And that's why cryptocurrency, as we see it, is a way to break that cycle. Because unlike what Don says, we don't think it's a scam. We think it is an egalitarian method of breaking out of that trance, breaking out of that cycle, breaking out of that misfortune, and giving everyone equal footing in an inherently deflationary system that empowers people and disempowers all those elites. It's separation of money and state. Everyone gets excited about separation of church and state, and I agree, but separation of money and state is much more important. And separation of money and state gives the people the power to make their own decisions, to secure their wealth, and to keep government corruption and those cronies out of it. And that's where I hope we're headed. I really do. And if you get in on it early enough, you will see transformational wealth at your fingertips. And that's our honest sole purpose in doing these presentations, is to help you see the possibility and research it for yourself. Once again, don't believe it because we're telling you. We don't have anything
I wouldn't
to
be
sell.
sitting here. I wouldn't be sitting here with you if I didn't believe in it. If you told me, "Hey, Kyle, check this out," if I didn't believe it, I would have been like, "Tim, sorry, I'm not going to do the live stream with you. I just don't agree with it. Putin's behind it. It's a conspiracy theory. You don't know what the hell you're talking about." I don't believe that at all. I see it as a legitimate way. Even if you're looking to just make a little bit of money, you're not going to make any money with your money in a savings account. You're going to make money buying a little bit of crypto, even if you want to sell it at the end of the month. On a good day, you can make hundreds of dollars. On a good weekend, you can make $1,000, and you can invest that other ways. Or guess what? You got a mortgage to pay, or you got excess bills that you need. Sell it.
Yeah.
Pay your bills off. Have more of us. Don't go to the bank and ask for a loan with an interest rate of whatever the case may be.
Right.
So it takes you 5 more years to pay it off.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even like having a car payment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's how today's world is. You need these things to survive, and everybody's making it more expensive for you to own them. Am I talking crazy like Don here, or whatever his name is?
You're the opposite of Don. You're the anti-Don.
I mean, shit. Give me a Christmas sweater. I don't know.
Flashy lights.
I'm only 35 years old, guys. I've been through a lot in my life. If you want to ask me about what I've been through, come down here. I'll more than happily fill you in on my whole life story. But that's not really important right now. We're talking combat crypto here, and we're trying to combat the evil Russian Putin conspiracy or whatever. We can laugh about this forever, but this is the crazy shit we have to try to tell you that people are fighting it again. Like, I don't understand it.
Totally agree.
It's just more people telling you, we don't want you making money. We don't want you to be that top percentile. We don't want you buying a boat and parking it next to ours in the marina. Right. I don't even know why people would invest in a boat. Bust out another 1,000. That's what boat stands for.
Yeah, right.
Only rich elite people can afford the damn things. They don't even know how to operate them.
Well,
anyways,
I agree.
I got a little heated.
It's okay. That's what this topic does. It brings out the realness. And the realness is what we need, because it's true that these guys are trying to lock the rest of us out, and they want to think we're stupid. I mean, you heard the guy. You heard the guy sit there and say that the rest of us, quote unquote, on YouTubers, are stupid. Because
in that language, exactly, too. Like vulgar, like old man, like the one uncle nobody likes at Christmas time. He's just hammered drunk, cutting people down, telling everybody they made horrible life decisions, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, the door's right there. Kick rocks. We don't want to hear about that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, too, is we want to expose you guys to the counter arguments. We want to expose you to all the haters on the other side who will tell you, the very raw opinions as to why crypto is not a good idea, and let you hear for yourself and then go explore what those arguments are. Look into it and see for yourself if what they say is true. And then test what we say and see if what we say is true. Because, don't believe me that the dollar is inherently inflationary and that it's lost all of its value since 1913, research it yourself. If you want these websites, they're right there. That one that we were just looking at is usinflationcalculator.com. And you don't need my help. You can go on that website and type in your own numbers and then go check 4 or 5 other websites, and we'll put it in the show notes so you can see for yourself exactly what data we're looking at and then decide, hey, is this legit or not? And take a look at, likewise, the crypto information and determine, hey, is this in fact what kind of numbers cryptocurrency was producing, this many years ago? And if so, what are we looking at for the future?
Let's go back to the actual date that we're at. That's the old screen. Let's go back to the current market.
For today?
Even though it's down, I want to still see.
Yeah.
I mean, still, look at that number. I mean, oh my God. It's down 1.9% in the last, who knows? But guess what? In 10 minutes from now, it could be up. You know what I mean? In 5 minutes from now, it could be up.
Yeah. I mean, volatility is a separate thing. What you got to look at is how has it performed over the course of a year,
right.
Yeah. And that is easy for us to do. We can go in here and say, how's it done since, let's see, that's 5/11. So it's up 280% in the last year. That's just 1 year plus a few days.
Versus 3.2%.
Yeah.
In the negative.
And then there's Ethereum up top, 1,230% in the last year.
That's insane.
And
Look at ADA.
Yeah.
That one's the biggest jumper, I think. 3,000%.
That's my hat.
That's it. That's the Cardano hat.
Cardano there, 3,000%. Keep an eye on that one. I think that one's going to go up a lot more as well. So
the Ethereum Slayer.
Mm-hmm. All just examples, though, of what we're talking about. Places where you can potentially invest a portion of your wealth that will give you disproportionate benefits over time, perhaps even a relatively short amount of time, that will help you retain your wealth, grow your wealth in ways that you never thought about.
Just think of it as a legit savings account with a bunch of interest.
Yeah.
And we'll go into further talking about, we've gone into staking and stuff somewhat.
Yeah.
But I think Thursday we can talk to you about staking and showing you how you can even earn more money on the little bit amount that you're putting away into your crypto. And I think, that might help you guys realize, hey, pretty damn good idea. I mean, even 1%, if you're staking that, you're staking $300, at the end of the year. I mean, you guys do the math, right?
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's better than a bank.
That's it.
And there's some that are, I've seen some as high as like almost 20%. I think there's some that are like 14 to 18%.
Oh, yeah.
19%.
Yep.
That you can stake.
Easy.
It's fun too. That's the thing. Like I like new things. I like checking everything out. I mean, I don't have a lot of money. I'm, not the richest guy in the world by any means.
Me neither.
But.
And that's the thing, is it doesn't take a lot of money to get in there, learn, earn a little bit of money, reinvest. It's all about growing and growing responsibly. We're not talking about, this is not taking your stuff to Vegas and putting it on red. I mean, that's not what we're talking about at all. We're talking about going in and doing the fact checking, doing the learning, picking out your growth targets, figuring out how to do it responsibly, and then just putting in a little bit, $20 a month, $50 a month, however much you can afford, knocking off eating out, at lunch a couple times a week, and instead putting that in. I mean, when you think about how much you pay
That's the type of budget. Sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but I'm just telling you. You brought up a good point. That's the type of things that I've started doing because I don't make a lot of money. So if you guys are thinking, well, I don't have a lot of money, well, neither do I. I was flat broke a couple years ago. Okay, to be honest with you, but I started eating out and just stacking. I do 20 on in one of my wallets. I do $20 monthly. And if you want to know what crypto it is, and if you have questions about it, you can ask us. I'll tell you. But yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
But if you're going to make 29,000% over the course of 8 years, $20 a month,
right
at 29,000%, come on, man, that's going to make a huge difference. So, and I'm not promising that anything's going to make 29,000%, but historically, that did. So even if it makes half that, if you're doing $25 a month, I mean, you can do that math and figure out that that's life-changing money. So all we're saying is that you can do smart things with very little, modest amounts of money, modest amounts of change in your life, and really make a big difference for yourself down the future. Future you will thank you for not hitting McDonald's twice a week so that you could put back enough and do this in a smart, responsible way. And it totally makes sense.
My stomach has thanked me anyway. I was eating out too much.
Right? Yeah, I
man.
do that too.
It's dangerous.
All right, I think we're out of time, man.
Well,
better hit it.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It has been fun.
Remember the Cardano. It will not fail.
That's right. We will be
but neither will the Bitcoin, so do that too.
That's it. It might look gloomy now, but...
Oh, it doesn't look gloomy.
If you're looking in the future, you see bright sunny skies, and you know what? You'll be laughing at Don and Putin and...
For those of us who
Elon
lived
Musk.
through a year of $5,000 Bitcoin, it's just so funny to hear that Bitcoin crashed to 32,000. You're like, it crashed to 32,000? I remember when it was a big day when it went up to 5,500.
Like, to newer people like me, that might seem like that's crazy, but for Tim, who's been doing it a lot longer, like, he knows what he's talking about, people. He knows a hell of a lot more about it than I do, but that's why I'm here. I'm learning just like he did, and trying to teach you guys a little something along the way.
We'll be here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Put your comments in. We're here for you. We'll see you next time. Awesome, dude. Yes, sir.